Welcome to another fun-filled episode of Black Opinions Matter, motherfucker. My name's Amin Hassan. I'm joined, as always, by Black Trey and Big Jerv. Merry New Year to everybody. I hope y'all had a happy, safe holiday. We're going to get into what everybody did. We're also going to talk about Kendrick Lamar being, quote, the greatest rapper of this generation, according to the failing New York Times. We also got some other shit. We got a lot of shit, man. My man, Young Thug, man. This shit's going all bad for him. But first, I want to remind everybody, patreon.com/count the dings. Make sure you're signed up. Make sure you are a member so that you can get all the perks like the overflow episodes, like the OG podcast, the watch alongs, the Discord. I could go on and on. Just make sure you do it. Just do it, man. It's a new year. Go ahead, man. Make yourself happy. You also get this whole episode all at once as opposed to bit by bit as we've been doing here the last month or so. Anyways, let's start with the topic at hand, New Year's Eve. I'm in New York. I came out here. My cousin had a house party. So was there, hung out with friends and people I ain't seen in a while. It was great, man. It was exactly what I was looking for out of a New Year's party. For the zillionth year in a row, I hold to you. There's no better New Year's party than a house party, man. Like you can hold on to the clubs. You could definitely hold on to that Times Square bullshit. Restaurants, all that shit. Like, man, ain't nothing like a house party, man. It's just there's a comfort level there. It's a safe space. What did y'all do for New Year's?
Jerv, you can start.
Oh, thank you, sir. Happy New Year to you too. I didn't do shit. I went to my boy's crib. He had
So
like
you did something.
I guess it would be like
like that's
which is what everyone says. I'm like, I didn't do shit. It's my boy's crib. Oh, well, you did something. He had like it would turn out to be like a couples thing going on. So I was like there solo dolo.
there was a lot of
so there was no memo.
No real memo.
It just shakes out that way.
It's New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
That's it was heavy couples vibe at my event as well, man.
Plus, my guy is married, so like, no disrespect, but like, I'm not going to his crib like thinking, yo, it's about to be like they about to be in the building. Like, no, I know what I'm walking into. But it was chill. I busted everybody's ass in some card game that his wife had, and talked my talk and went home. Had a lot of libations, heavy into tequila yesterday. Tequila seemed to be the heavy rotation yesterday, and I had a very good strand on me or two. So I was straight. I was home by 1:15, out like a baby.
Damn. Okay.
That's good.
I don't play that shit, bro. I go home, yo. Like I don't even like being out. Like,
what time did you start?
I got to his crib probably around like 9:45, 10 o'clock ish.
That's good, man.
So I did, I did a little 3.5 hours at a crib dip. You know what I mean? I made my appearance.
Trey, what'd you do?
So kind of similar. I mean, I think we all were on house party vibes a little bit, pulled up to my man's spot. That's like down the street. The game happened to be on. I don't really watch college football like that, but that was a good one. And it was honestly like, it was so kind of stressful for New York. I mean, well, East Coast.
Hell
because
yeah.
You're trying to watch the ball drop. You're trying to get that. And the field goal for the game winner is about to happen at the same time. And it's like, would you think that the broadcast would put a little timer to the top right corner of your TV so you can see? So we had one person checking the time, and then everybody else glued to the TV watching the game. So I'm like, okay, should I be the person to be looking at the clock, or should I be watching the game? And I was actually watching the game because, I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. But it was funny because I was around Philly people. And that was cool because I like Philly people. Shout out to Jerv.
You was around Philly
Yeah,
people? Oh,
North
that's
Philly
love,
dudes,
yo.
right? And they was telling me about
Oh, North niggas.
Harvin Marison.
Oh,
Don't say
okay.
his name. The
Okay.
boogeyman. Okay.
Yeah. Oh,
That's good.
hold up. Oh, I'm just putting to it. Bro, we had the same conversation at
because his son plays for.
Yes.
Can you say
the
his
entire
son's
crib
name?
didn't. What's
No,
the
I'm
point?
just
Don't
saying.
say his
Can you?
name, I guess. That's the story.
But his
from
son,
Philly.
if it's his son, like, can you say his son's name?
Son went to my high school. Son knew
So
from
he's
the
son.
first play that I saw his
He's son.
Son.
He can't be.
No,
He's,
no,
that's
they call him
that's his
call him
son.
Harvin Marison. And it was crazy of me because, like, again, we're all from like some area that has, some type of crime, some type of instance. They did not say this man's. He don't even. I don't even know if he know these people exist. They did not say this man's name. They was like 88. Harvin Marison, the boogeyman.
Boogeyman, bro. That's the motherfucking boogeyman, bro. Nobody.
And they were telling me
I
about.
think
And they were
y'all
telling me
have
about his
asked
bar
me
too.
about him.
They were telling me about his bar that he had. Yeah,
His bar is in
dead
North.
smack in the hood.
It was in North. Never heard. Listen, I'm not in the mix with anything, but every now and then you hear what's going on, right? I've never once heard of any problem at his bar. You know why? It's the fucking boogeyman, and everybody just. Y'all have asked me about that man on this pod plenty of times, and I have never once said that man's name, and I never will. One of the greatest to ever do it, though.
There you go. All right, moving along.
Respectfully.
So, that's what happened. And yeah, didn't do any libations things. I forgot all about that, honestly. And then ended up at the club.
Oh, that's right. You don't drink.
I don't drink, so ended.
I keep
So this
forgetting.
whole
weirdest,
this whole stretch was sober, which is interesting because again, I'm not used to being like around, but it was no one like that was like overly drunk where I'm just like, "Ayo, get yourself." But the craziest thing that happened, bro, I'm coming back. It's around 2:30, 3 a.m. I mean, I'm on Broadway. I'm at the light, and I happen to look left, bro. No, to my right.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody in the bodega is getting their ass beat by the bodega people. Bro, that shit looked like a like a movie, bro. Like it was 5 of the Habibis just bam, bam. Then I seen a stick, and I'm like, no. Listen, the Uber driver, everybody just watching at this point, like, oh, I couldn't believe it. That was like a real New York thing. Oh, and also, I'm waiting for the Uber, and this white lady, she's faded. I don't know if she's on drugs or drinks. She comes up and she's like, why does everybody go to this club? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just here. East Village is a better spot. You can get in free. And I'm like, that's cool. You keep talking to me. I'm just waiting on the Uber. And this black dude comes and just palms up her ass, right? And just says, yo, let's go. He just grabs her, pulls her arm, and just drags her down the street, bro. And she's like trying to fight it at first. And then he was like, I got the money. Now, if you had the money, then I'll be going with you. And she slid.
Wow.
And I was like,
wait, this is what the shorty's saying?
This is what dude is saying to the girl.
Some random ass black dude, bro.
Oh.
But they were older. And like I said, I don't know if they were like fiends or what, but like that shit, it was just such a crazy night that I was so confused. Because again, I guess being sober, you see all that shit. Like you're so aware of every single thing. And I was like, this is a weird night. Like, I understand people were having fun, people falling over. I've never been that type of drunk. But I'm just like, it's cold too, by the way. It's cold. And I'm like, there's a lot going on. I need to go home.
Last night was cold to you?
Yeah, it's cold.
I was surprised, man.
Jerv, I'm not going to be on...
You were colder than me?
I wasn't. I was surprised. I was like,
oh, okay.
No, but it rained most of the day.
It was raining like a bitch, though. Oh.
It was trash out.
You got to look at it in the situation of like, being on the East Coast has manipulated our brains to thinking 40 is warm. It's still cold. I don't care. It's still cold. 40s and 50 degrees is not warm, Jerv. Stop normalizing that shit.
Hey,
Stop normalizing
brother,
it.
40 and
Amin lives
50,
in one of the
40 and 50 degrees
Amin
is the
lives in one of the
perfect
greatest
Nike Tech
cities
weather.
in the world, weather-wise, bro. You know what I mean? If you're not in
Oh,
Miami or you're not in Arizona, Phoenix, I don't want to hear about warm
I'm gonna
in the
tell you right
winter.
now.
Into winter.
Yesterday I went out and I was like, oh, I thought it was gonna be colder. This is actually not bad. So then today I went downstairs to go get a sandwich, and it's like I'm like, oh, I don't need to put on my hoodie. I just went down with like a long sleeve shirt. Man, I was so fucking cold, man. It
That's
was
what
2
I'm
minutes. It's
saying.
2 minutes. I was like, God damn, man.
I
I
said
guess
you
I
was
was just
riding off the
drunk.
high. You was riding off the
Yeah,
high off
the drunk. I
everybody else
was.
too.
Yeah.
Because that's another thing.
No.
If you see everybody else not wearing a coat, you're gonna be like, I'm wilding.
Niggas had coats on
Niggas had
last
coats,
night.
man. There were people that had coats
Jerv,
on
I had a
last night.
trench on last night, bro.
Well, no, you know, I feel like you would have had a trench on regardless, man. Like regardless of the weather.
Yo, this is a 9-9 streetwear situation.
Yo, what was I gonna say about? Oh man, so here's some crazy things. So when I started the night, I went out. I went to brunch yesterday with a friend and like got drinks, and then so I came back to my room and I was like, you know what, man? I don't think I'm gonna be drinking like that tonight. I might have a little champagne at the ball drop and a couple of drinks, but that's it. So I showered, I got in bed, I took a nap. I was like, let me get a nice power nap in here. Took a nap, woke up, got dressed, left my hotel, and on my way to like catch a cab to go to the shit, like I felt like a little boop, 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 and I was like, nah, man, I'm good, I'm good. So I'm waiting for cab, and the cab passed me by. I'm like, damn. And then someone, and I'm like, you know what, man? Just to be sure, let me head back to the hotel. Walk back to the hotel. When I'm waiting for the elevator, all of a sudden that shit, like, oh, come on, man. Yo, I started doing the little dance in the elevator. I got to my room, and a nigga knew. Like, I stripped butt ass nigga because I knew, man, this had to be a naked dump. Sat down, brow. That shit was like, blew that shit up. Got done. I had to shower all over again, man. I was like,
oh my God.
But it's like I kept thinking of what if that first cab had stopped. My ass would have gone to the party and been like, "Oh, hold on, where's your bag?" That shit would, yeah, man.
Yo, having to take a smash at the party / club, yo, that's a
I like
that's a crucial decision you got to
make. The way it
make.
came out, I knew like this would have been disastrous, bro. It was watery, it was frothy, it sprayed, man. I was like, God damn, man.
So this is why I love having a bidet. This is why I love having a bidet because again, when I go to these hotels and I'll be so stressed because again, I've been in those type of moments where the food just was not working with me. I've been in those moments where I'm like, this is a shower. This is a shit shower situation because you do not want to be grown and streaking. You do not want to be grown and have the runs.
Grown with streaks is ass.
And that's the thing. It's so funny because it's like you could say, "Oh, I wipe properly." You got some white underwear, you're still gonna get caught.
I'm gonna tell you what. First of all, who has white underwear?
White drawers. Yo, that's psychotic in 2023, my
polo
G.
Draws. They're gonna be here forcing it.
Oh, I thought you meant like the tighty whities.
No,
Even the white polo drawers. That's wild. I don't think they sell tighty. They still sell them, Jones?
Yes. Yeah, there's a community, my nigga. Don't front on the niggas that wear the tighties, man. They
should be at Target.
They still doing their stuff, bro.
Nah, you gotta get the boxers briefs, yo.
Of course. But go ahead, Amin. So you end up getting this,
So yeah, so take care of my shit.
Mudslide.
Yeah, shower up again, like get dressed, go out there, and I get to the party and I'm like, man, I'm not drinking like that, man. Motherfuckers like doing shots of Casamigos. I'm like, I'm not doing all that, man. I had a little mezcal on the rocks and shit. I'm sipping that shit. I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna finish this. This will be it. And then like the night kept going in, like they did shots again, and I'm like, come on, I'm like, just do one shot. I'm like, all right, one shot. And what started at like, I'm talking about like up until like strong like maybe 10:30, 10:45. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna drink that much tonight, guys. And then like this shit just skyrocket, man. Next thing you know, mezcal, I had vodka. We did champagne, drinking the champagne, then more tequila shots, and then
champagne.
Yep. And then we went to a club afterward, and I was like early, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go to the club. And next thing you know, we at the club, and bottles are coming out. I'm like, oh, well, I guess they're bottles. So I started drinking vodka Red Bulls and shit. Is that at 4:30? I'm like, you know what, man? Like, I need to go home, man. Like I got radio at 10 o'clock. I don't want to do this shit, man.
Yeah.
How many Red Bulls?
I had one. No, I didn't have one. I had 2 vodka Red Bulls. So, but you know.
Oh. What's a you said a Moscow
Mezcal
or whatever?
Mezcal,
what's that?
it's like tequila, but it's got this smoky thing to it. I mean, I'm not an expert,
Oh,
but
okay.
it's I actually like it a lot more than tequila. I find it more smooth than tequila, so I'm kind of.
But the liquor base
Bro,
in it
go
is
get y'all that
tequila,
Sincoro.
Is that a mezcal?
Oh, this that rich.
The Michael Jordan shit. I think so. I
Oh.
don't know if it is, but niggas been on that. Niggas been telling me. I
I'm
don't know.
gonna tell you, if you want to try mezcal, I'm gonna give this 2. One of them is called Ilegal.
Okay.
And then the other one is called 400 Conejos. I might be saying that incorrectly, so don't get your ass whooped. Nigga, what you call me?
Yeah, that's another thing.
400 Conejos or Illegal. Either one of those is really good, man. So shout out to Set Free, by the way, who put me on, or Set Free's wife was the one that put me on to the 400. So that was dope. But yeah, man, it was a cool night, man. It's the weird. I'm gonna tell you what the weirdest shit is. The weirdest shit is we walk into this club and I saw no less than 4 people that I knew from somewhere else. I'm just like, what? Hey, what are you doing here? I'm like, oh, just chilling or whatever. That was weird. Like, I didn't expect to see that, which I guess, I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, it's New York. What are the odds you run into someone you know, let alone multiples? And then on the other hand, I'm like, well, I mean, it is, I don't know. It's a club on New Year's Eve or whatever. But it was cool.
I was gonna say, can I be honest? I missed y'all. Not podding for 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, damn, it felt like almost coming like missing therapy sessions. You feel me? Because again, not only shout out to cousin Bruce. Cousin Bruce always checks in. He says, "Man, I refreshed the feed. Nigga, where the pod?" I said, "Niggas had Christmas." He said, "I refreshed the feed. Nigga, where the pod?" I said, "Well, nigga, New Year's." Cousin Bruce, we back. Shout out to
we back,
Bruce.
baby.
Niggas,
we back, cousin Bruce.
Yeah.
Like, listen, bro, he was so stressed about these non-2 pods, and I'm sure everybody else needs the pods because it's a part of when you got something a part of your rotation or your routine.
Yeah. Yep.
It throws everything off, and it's like, yeah, bro, we regular humans, and we gotta take time off. And also, I was off too because I had to, I had the family stuff, and hold on, let me turn this off. Forgot about this, bro.
What?
I didn't get a chance to talk about it.
What's
boy.
That?
Hold on 1 second. Get this.
You look like Tyrese and goddamn. Not Tyrese. Ludacris and.
Your boy got honored.
Oh, that's right. Oh,
yeah.
Shit, hold on. Let's talk about that. That's right. You had the event in Compton. It was like a job fair for creatives. Yeah, a bunch of different people represented out there. You had panels, and you got honored by the mayor of Compton. So talk about that experience, Trey. Like, what was that like? The logistics. Did it turn out the way you wanted it to turn out?
So, anytime you putting on an event, right? I don't know if it's just me or anybody else, but you get that type of anxiety as if you're throwing a party and you want to make sure that people show up. Because you don't know. Niggas can say, I'll be there. And they don't come or whatever, right? And it was such a long ass day. My day started at 6 a.m. I had to let some workers in. Shout out to the beautiful workers of Compton, coming in and moving chairs and doing all these things. And then I had the food vendors come in and that shit didn't start on time. Black people shit, right? It started like 15 minutes late, but my mom was there super early, so she kind of was in the way. I'm like, just sit right here and chill. You're gonna be all right. You're good. You're VIP. Here you go. Her, my auntie, my two cousins, and her new baby. So they got like front row seats and stuff like that. We kicked off around 11:30, and the mayor's there. She spoke. I spoke to the crowd, and then we went inside, and Maxine Waters pulled up, and that was a big deal.
The Maxine Waters?
The Maxine Waters was there.
Oh wow!
She pulled up. She spoke. You know what I mean? She did her thing. And then we kicked off the panel, and I thought kind of explaining what we did and more so trying to give some inspiration about these careers that aren't seen. You know what I'm saying? Again, shit with podcasters and a lot of people. I mean, I guess when you're watching it on YouTube, you now know that you can make money. But like 10 years ago, we didn't know we were like going to monetize this into some situation. So just kind of highlighting all the creative stuff and also showing people that there's creativity in everything. I think my favorite panel, I had Concreates, and Concreates are an ad agency created by ex-convicts.
Oh wow!
And they were telling their story about like how talented these people in jail are using their imagination to do shit. So you telling me like I can't create a brief, you know what I mean? Talking about it's stressful. I need this turned around in like a week when it's someone who's robbed over 120 banks.
Jesus.
That's real strategy. You know what I'm saying? That's a strategist, honestly. Like how they broke it down, or like someone being.
You're not doing that like rolling out of bed, just like, all right, let me rob a bank today.
There's like you really
planning
have to
and
put
execution
mindset in there.
Yeah,
exactly. So the planning and execution translate that energy into an advertising, statement thing. And they had like this cool idea. And they've been hiring ex-convicts ever since. So, everybody that's been following the pod knows that my mom has, had some run-ins with the law. I introduced them to my mom. So my mom potentially might be doing the same type of work I'm doing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, man,
so
that's
it's kind of
cool.
crazy, bro. Full circle moment, bro. But it was just super helpful, man. And then towards the end, because I don't want to spend too much time on this, but towards the end, we're like saying our gratitude for like staff and people that came out, and hopefully that it was helpful. And the mayor basically gave me the city of Compton proclamation. And it's like the second highest honor besides the key to the city,
bro. That's what's up. Did you know that was gonna happen?
I did not.
So it was complete surprise when
Doug, I cried. I didn't even know. I don't even cry, bro.
Bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, but it was a cool moment. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. On behalf of the mayor, Emma Sharif, and the city of Compton Council, we would like to commend you on your commitment and contribution to the city of Compton by partnering to host the Compton Creative Career Fair. As a former resident of the city of Compton and former Compton Unified School District student, your vision and dedication to provide opportunities for residents seeking opportunities in the creative industry is to be commended. The city of Compton would also like to express our gratefulness for your desire to stay involved in your hometown and shepherd the next generation of creatives. The mayor and city council and 98,000 plus citizens of Compton would like to thank you for showcasing to the world the excellence that comes from the city of Compton. So
that's wild, man.
Wild as shit.
Congratulations, bro.
That was a bit overwhelming, but pretty tight because, again, I love my city. And that was cool to be recognized by my city and the mayor. Because, again, a lot of people, and I don't know why I thought it was kind of a sweet moment, but, like, again, I didn't know people don't be meeting their mayors. or actually even having conversations like that. So like people from my city was bugging out that they was talking to the mayor.
Yeah, man. Like,
wait, you just thought the mayor just be
chilling?
like outside
I
chilling,
don't know,
talking
bro.
to the
I
people?
don't fucking know. I
Nigga,
just
had you
know
ever
that
met the
they're
mayor
not
before?
accessible. No.
All right.
I knew who they were, but like,
Mayor has like Secret Service and shit type shit, depending on the city you
yeah.
in.
But I mean, I just didn't know.
Like you just not pulling up to the mayor and be like,
Hey, let
yo,
me
my
holler
nigga, what
at
up?
That's
you.
fair. That's fair. That's
Holla,
fair.
holla.
I just didn't look at it like that. I got the mayor on the phone, like in my phone. So like, I didn't look at it like any big deal. Like I'm like, just like cool.
That's a light flex.
Yeah, sure. I can take it.
That's the life flex for 2023. That's so 2023 of you, my brother.
That was my first bar of the year. But yes. So my next goal is to kick this off year 2 in next December. And then also hopefully I'm doing something with mental health for athletes. Like post play. You know what I mean? Like after your career's over, what are you going to do next? Because that is the main thing. And go ahead.
You know who you need to get with on that?
Oh.
Prim
Serberpat. I'm with it.
That's what she does.
Listen.
That's her whole thing is like she getting her graduate degree in that. She's a former athlete. Obviously, she was a high level tennis player who career was derailed by knee injuries. And so she had to figure out, like, well, what am I going to do with my life now? Like, imagine, like, you thought you was going to be on the tour with, Lizzie Davenport and all them, competing against them. And then next thing Andy Roddick, like her and Andy Roddick grew up together and shit, went to the same tennis academy. So, imagine you're thinking, like, this is going to be my life. I'm going to be one of these people, travel, whatever. And then, like, she tore her ACL like 7 times in a row or some shit like that. Yeah. Next thing you know, she's like, she had to, like, become serious about college and get a degree, and she ended up in broadcasting and all that. And so now she's getting a graduate degree, and that's the whole point of her podcast, which is about like talking to athletes about the next chapter, like what happens after your playing
I'm definitely
over.
tapping in with her. I mean, because that's the main thing is like the mayor put me to the side and she's like, it's a kid right now that's at Cal and he has something going with his heart and now he can't play and he's struggling. And I'm like,
right, yeah.
Like, not saying like we've been there, but like, I get it. And like most people that's in that situation don't see the next couple years down the line.
My whole life was about this thing. And now you're telling me, it's not like I got to go find some other shit to do. That's a tough conversation, man. Tough conversation, even if you were successful at doing the thing that your dream was, let alone someone who had their dream snatched from them. So that's tight, man. That's dope. Yeah. Is there anything that like anything funny that happened? Like geez, like other than like starting a little late.
My mom, bro, she's a life party, bro. Because again, I'm so like overprotective of her too, like, bro. But my mom is just like one of them kids where you like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and you're like, what is she doing? My mom gave VIP access to people that were just attendees. Like I had just like stickers.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh yeah, you want to eat? And I'm like, no, it's not for them. Like I'm like, that's not for them. That's for the panelists, bro. Like I've got catered food for the panelists. Everybody else has to pay.
Ooh, what was the spread?
It was like ribs. It was like greens. It was, it was the whole shit, like fried fish. Like they were good, bro. You know what? That's the whack shit about throwing an event. You're so pulled. I didn't eat nothing. I was everywhere, bro. I was on camera constantly. I was on stage constantly. I was making sure everybody was straight. By the time the shit was over by 4, I was going to the airport. I literally was eating in the airport by myself with my little plaque. And this lady was like, you're from Compton? Thank you for your service. It was just tight because it was like she was reading my shit while she was getting my order. And then I was like, this is like funny because I did all that and didn't eat none of that food. But like now I'm in the airport eating some like random ass pasta fusilli.
Hey,
and
Jerv.
This shit was probably $40.
I said, why is Trey doing the Queen's Child Project?
Yo, you know what's funny? That's the inside joke. Niggas been calling me Rashad Tate. I hate it. I hate
it. Oh shit, man. Power coming back soon, man. Oh man. All right. We're on the topic of Compton.
Oh,
what?
I hung out with fucking the brothers from Power, Chicago Force.
Oh yeah.
I forgot about that, bro. That was fucking funny. Cause Jannard is really like Jannard, bro. He's just wow. This is a live.
Was this at your event or this you just said in general?
No, this is the night before. Remember I text y'all.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
And I was like, wow, actors hang out? I was so thrown off. Oh, because I was with my man Quincy from Snowfall.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So yeah, and I was like, he's like, oh yeah, you know what's the name from Power? So I'm like, yeah, cool. Then the nigga, the brother that got out of jail came in, Diamond. And I was like, this is random. And then I turn and guess who it is? These women move out of the way. It's the nigga that OD'd in P Valley. The nigga that had fentanyl. The manager.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit.
He was there. I'm like, nigga, what is this Zeus TV meetup?
Stars, man. You went to the stars.
Stars, bro. That shit was fucking funny though.
But while we're on the topic of Compton, man, New York Times put out an article saying that Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper of his generation. Kendrick Lamar is the greatest rapper of his generation.
So I got a chance to read the article, right? And it wasn't nothing about that. Like I don't know why editors do that. I don't know. Is it to like reel people in or start the conversation or to get it clicked?
What's the article about? What was the article about?
It's basically about Dave Free and Kendrick, two homeboys growing up in the city of Compton, basically how they got to where they are. It's just like fucking Eve Cole like story. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was pretty much like, how they signed with Top and how they you know what I mean, pretty much transitioned out of Top Dog ENT. You know what I'm saying? And then why they wanted to do PG Lang and how their homies didn't do all this other shit, right? But there was like the writer, he was cool and he was expressing all this other stuff, which was funny. But when the topic dropped in the chat, we were talking and it was just like, really, like nigga of the generation. So I was kind of confused too, because I'm like, is Hove not a part of this generation? Because if it's a generation, then it's Hove. So then I started to break it down and I'm thinking like, I would like to say Drake, right? Because Drake has hits, the numbers show, right? But then again, if we say the ghostwriting shit, shout out to Jerv. If we say about the pop, him being a world-renowned artist, he's an artist. I don't consider him a rapper anymore because he can sing, he can do all this other shit. He makes dance music. So he's taking himself out of the genre. So we X him out. Cole. I said Cole is elite. But again, I didn't personally feel that he is looked at overall as bigger than Kendrick. And he obviously can sell out arenas. He can do MSG. He can do all this shit. He can go across the world and he has a festival. You know what I mean? He can do this shit. So again, when you think of the top three artists, who it is, it's those three. But depending who you ask, you can kind of interchange, right? So the thing about Kendrick, his lane, what he's choosing is not some shit you want to listen to in a car. It's some shit that you don't want to listen to in a club. And you got a whole different generation that's like, what he says is law. Lyricist-wise, I probably think Cole is the best lyricist of the three.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm to say of the generation, I'm saying Future. All them niggas listen to Future on the sneak.
This is the interesting part about it, because as Jerv is deep sighing, because if the measure, I think one of the measures of greatness, not the measure, but one of the measures of greatness is like how much do you influence people? Like how much do you influence the sound? So like one of the few arguments for Tupac over Biggie is that it inspired like fucking a generation of people to mimic the cadence, the style, the like how he dressed, all that stuff. The people were all doing these Tupac and basically impersonations for years after that, in a way that you didn't have people who were trying to be like Big other than Jay-Z. So it's like I see when you say Future, it's not a ridiculous answer for me in my mind, because like, look, all these niggas is rapping like that. Like they all are, the subject matter, the tone, the even the music that they pick, that's all Future. Like
even on an off day, you'll see Cole playing Future. Kendrick loves Future and Cole.
Oh yeah, no, they love they love that nigga,
Future
man.
is everybody's favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Yes,
like,
absolutely.
That's what it is. And they're trying to, first of all, I'm glad you said that. And I'm glad I said that. Rolling Stone said it's time to leave Future in 2022. Fuck you, Rolling Stone. Talking about leave alpha male rap in 2022.
That's rap.
That's rap. That's rap. That's fucking rap, dog.
Wait, they call it alpha male rap?
Yeah. They said leave Drake's and 21 Savage, Her Loss, and Future, I Never Liked You albums in 2022. They're the most streamed albums of the year. Arguably, I Never Liked You could be album of the year. Her Loss could
What's
be.
I Never Liked You? That's
Future. But they're just saying like it's a bunch of misogyny in it. That's rap.
That's rap.
It's nothing new. It's been this way for 30 years.
It's always been
but
rap.
Also, you don't. This is the beauty about music. You don't have to listen to it. You got so many genres. You got so many options. You know what I mean? Like, I've never listened to Future and said, I want to do some misogynistic things. It doesn't motivate me. The beats are crazy. You know what I'm saying? He says some slick shit, which is cool. But I've never been motivated to go do anything. You know what I mean? It's good to just... Future makes drunk music, like great party, club, turn up. I want to feel good with my friends, do hood rat shit. It gets the people going. That's what type of music it makes. It's provocative. That's it. If I listen to Kendrick, I gotta be like in my house. I gotta be related to like the topic matter. Cole, I love hip hop. That's why I'm listening to Cole. Like, and Cole has showed I can get on a track with the niggas that y'all love and rap and be versatile. Drake, you can listen to it with your mom, your kids. You know, you can listen to Drake with anybody. They might sneak Drake. They might play God Did. I mean,
God's Plan.
God's Plan in church. They might play it in church, bro. But that's what type of science, that's what type of formula that nigga has. But Future, I don't care. Niggas might talk about mumble rap all they want. Every nigga that is good in the public is listening to Future.
That nigga Future's hilarious, man. That nigga makes me laugh.
So Amin, you're co-signing that Future is the rapper of the generation?
I'm saying I understand that from that perspective.
Okay.
I understand that. I mean, I think Cole is the one. Like, I think if you're looking for commercial success, it's obviously Drake, and it's not close. Like Trey said, Drake has the formula. Like, he knows exactly and what Drake does a great job of, I think, is he identifies sounds and like musical trends from other places, and then like co-ops that shit. He's a master at that, right? Like, Afro beats is big enough. Okay, like I'm gonna be an Afro beats guy, and then we joke about it, like, all of a sudden Drake is Jamaican, all of a sudden Drake is from England or whatever. But the reality is, like, that's part of his success is he does, he's in tune with what's the next thing that's popping, and he hops on that wave and it lets it carry him. But I think what Cole represents is like more so than any other artist out there, because anyone who can say this either isn't big enough or hasn't done this, which is to say, fuck that, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. I'm going to make music that means something to me. I'm not going to do things, I'm not going to hop on trends. I'm not going to he does collab with artists, but he doesn't change his sound, you know what I'm saying? And it's funny because obviously the beginning of his career wasn't like that, but when you look around, everyone's kind of playing the game, and he's playing it to his own rules. There are other rappers who do that, but none of them have been as successful as Cole. They're successful in their own right, whatever, but they're just not like, again, selling out arenas, having your own festival, whatever.
Cole made it cool to not have anybody on your album.
Yeah, and I think that's something that he's moved off of, as far as he used to be like an isolationist, and now not so much.
That's wild that he got not backlash or whatever, but like that's wild that like him not having people on his album, was like something that we had to get used to or accept that this is what it is or whatever. Because when all like our favorite people were coming up, like, yo, you would get criticized for having too many people on your album, right? Like it was like, oh, you can't do an album by yourself, and Cole does it, and it's just like, all right, well, he's gonna do stuff for other people.
Like, it's like I said, like he's come off of that. Like you see the shit he did with 21 and the shit he did with Bia. Like he does shit now, but like again, I think that like just like Future influencing people is a thing, just like Drake understanding where trends are going and hopping on them like right at the right time is a thing. I think being able to say, I'm not going to compromise who I am. I'm not trying to appeal to a certain kind of, like Drake is trying to appeal to a mass audience. I think Kendrick is trying to appeal to like people write for the New York Times and stuff, right? Like to the music critics. I mean, the music critics, like overall. Cole doesn't do that, and I think that not trying to do that, that's a superpower in itself. I think the other thing also is the idea that when I think about you turn on the radio or you go to a club or whatever, and song after song after song, they all sound the same. Again, that Future sound, the mumble rap, the drill beats or whatever. And I'm like, well, is this how rap is now? Like, do people listen to the shit we grew up listening to? And does it sound to their ears like Grandmaster Flash? Like, does it, like the way that sounded to us?
I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does. Because again,
but then
Jerv was talking about Meek Mill, and that was a funny thing about it. Remember how he was talking about he first got introduced to Meek Mill? So it's interesting to see how different ears kind of, take in that shit.
Yelling.
Yo,
but
also,
like at the same
looking
time,
up the other time, I didn't know 21 got Cole his first Grammy. I didn't know that.
He got what?
I thought, I didn't know that was his first Grammy. A lot.
Yeah.
I thought he would have won something from like
that's why he doesn't go to the Grammys. Because the first time he went and he lost the thing to Bon Iver. I'll never forget that shit. And I don't even know who the fuck they are. Like, so I still don't know who they are. I don't know what they've done.
Shouts to Bon Iver.
You do?
No, that
was rap album.
No, that was Newcomer.
Newcomer, but Bon Iver. But
is it?
Just like I found out. Like I don't fuck with Harry Styles.
Do they sell out arenas and do they got their own festival?
Do they got a festival?
They out there woodstocking, my man. But I was talking to somebody last night about fucking Harry Styles, and he was like, "Yo, you seen this video, right?" And I'm like, "No, I don't even really like rock with bro like that." This man had
what?
Billions of views in 9 months on YouTube.
Yo, Trey, you don't know watermelon sugar?
You don't fuck with
watermelon sugar? Huh? No,
I know nothing about that, bro.
For real? What's the other one?
I knew the name though. I'm not gonna pretend like I don't know who he is.
That
but
nigga,
I never.
That nigga shit's out there, man.
Hey, he had billions.
Stadium status.
Wait, you never heard?
You know, he said he knew his name.
Like, I knew who he
never
was.
Heard his music.
I never heard no songs. But they were like, "Yo, look at this video." We were talking about views and shit, right? And he's like, Drake. It takes Drake like probably 2 years to do like 1 billion, and it's a big deal in our community. But this dude is this ridiculously famous, like, not like billions of views for 9 months. For one video that's only been sitting for 9 months is crazy to me.
The song is everywhere. Like that's why I'm kind of surprised.
But that's the thing. Maybe, I probably have heard the songs and didn't realize who the artist was.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That happens to me.
Because I'm not sitting. I don't sit in in New York, you're not sitting in a car and somebody got the radio playing. Like, if it ain't Flex or something, I'm not gonna be listening to like I can't even tell you the station that plays the pop shit out here.
Can you imagine Flex dropping a bomb on Harry Styles? This shit is crazy right now.
Somebody mix that up. Let's edit that up.
New York. Y'all ain't ready for this. As it was.
I want you to go in the deli right now. I want you to go in the deli and push the Aki out of the way and reach in the cash register right now.
As it was is the as it was. That should be as it was. So we talked about Harvard Marison. We talked about Trey hanging out with some North Philly people. So whole lots of Philly stuff. So we got a Philly topic for you here, Jerv. Bill Cosby announced he gonna go on tour in 2023. Putting Camille, when you got to go on the tour. I'm not gonna lie. When I heard it, my first reaction is, well, clearly I have to go. I gotta find out. I gotta find out what this shit is about, man. What could he possibly? My man went to jail, was in prison, and in prison, inmates was going to him for life advice and shit like that. I'm sorry, man. Like a comedian serving time and having inmates come consult them for life advice. That's gonna it has to be the basis of the craziest stand-up ever, right? Also, I kind of want to see what the type of people who are going to go to see Bill Cosby live show. I know one thing: I ain't drinking nothing.
Wait! How did I miss this? When did Bill Cosby?
Oh, you don't know, bro? You didn't see this, right?
No.
Bill Cosby, shit! Bill Cosby's going on tour.
Yeah, he's got a tour coming out in 2023.
That's why I got to catch one of the earlier ones.
Oh my god!
What cities is he going to go to?
He hasn't he just said he wants to do it.
No, I mean what cities would he go?
Hey,
New York.
Gonna be there with a fucking sweater on, with a collared shirt under.
Atlanta.
No, I'm not giving that man no bread.
Definitely gonna do Florida because they're probably gonna think, yeah, man. Definitely gotta do Texas. I'm trying to think where all the.
I mean, that man is about to clean up. I don't care what nobody says.
I'm telling you, I think I'm gonna go.
Listen, he's going to sell out.
I'm not. Look, let me just be clear. I don't agree with what he did. I think he's a terrible human being, but I'm sorry, man. I'm curious, man. Just like when R. Kelly put out some shit, I listened to that shit, man, because I'm like, all right, I gotta hear, I gotta give it a listen.
Wait. So let me ask you this:
because you're buying merch? No,
I don't.
Not buying merch.
No. Hey, you know how sick that would be.
Hold up.
Some Cosby merch.
So he's a natural, funny individual, right? Like you've seen his stand-ups in the past.
Yeah,
You've
yes.
asked, right? So what if he makes a joke and it's uncomfortable?
The only thing, the thing that I'm worried about is either A, he's just not funny, like he lost his fastball, or B, more importantly, because I've seen this a lot with comedians who go through like some shit in their life that's very public, that first stand up back is not like jokes, it's therapy. Them niggas just bitching to us. I remember when Martin Lawrence Run Tell That. Remember? He had this shit where he passed out, whatever.
That, though.
Oh, that shit was not.
You
that nigga was bitching the whole time.
Oh,
like, stop bitching, niggas.
First you
tell
said
jokes.
This nigga then said Black Panther, the second Joan was better than the first, and now you said you like Tell That.
You have some Jerv like opinions here, Trey. Very Jerv of you.
No, come on, brother.
That's his. Jerv's like, that's my lane. Jerv opinions is my lane.
Get your own lane.
Yo, that's just funny shit. I'm really curious too, though. I don't know. Like, is he gonna be relevant? Like, is he gonna be topic relevant?
Yes, because the triggered people are gonna be like, oh, I can't believe that. Like, they're gonna do that shit.
No, I'm talking about his content. Like, what is he
talking about? But that's what I'm saying. But Trey, it has to be. But that's my fear, right? My fear is like the not the upside, but like the best version of this is kind of Chappelle-like, right? Chappelle at his best, where it's like, all y'all niggas is mad about this shit. Guess what? I'm about to make a shit ton of jokes about it and not take any of this shit seriously. And so again, there's some people who are like, I can't believe he would make a joke out of it. Like, look, is it funny? That's my thing. Like, if it's funny, I'm here for it, right? If it's the downside, the worst version of this is, again, he just goes on stage and starts bitching about like, nobody, I didn't like. I don't care. I'm not here.
It's which network is going to give him? What Netflix gave him?
Oh no one's gonna that's direct to YouTube, my brother. That's a straight to YouTube premium, $5.
I mean, if I'll tell you this: if he streamed it live on something, views would be fucking out of this world.
You can't, man. Like no one.
No, I mean, like if you did, like on Instagram or YouTube.
The question
or some
is,
shit.
What venues are going to book him? That's the question. That's the question. That's why.
Wait, there's no way this happens. He's got like 6 cases that just popped up
and
like
he's 90,
a week ago.
And he's 90 years old, right? Like, that's the other thing. Like, this has like very little chance to happen. But that's what I'm saying. If it happens, I gotta go to one of the early ones before the nigga dies, right? Because he's going to die. Like, he's not going to make it the whole tour.
You gotta go to the first. You gotta go to the first show, because if he says anything, the backlash that he will get, and that every venue will have protester out of protester just outside of their building. Like, no way you can do this. So you have to literally go to the first, which might not be a bad idea. He might say some wild shit.
That's the wildest one. Yeah. Wait. Oh. Okay. So
like, he's like,
this is the story. He says he said it during a surprise radio interview on WGH Talk with Scott Spears. I don't know what the fuck that means. Cosby answered yes when asked if 2023 is the year he finally might be able to tour again. Cosby, now 85, was convicted in April 2018. He was released in 2021 after the conviction was overturned by the state Supreme Court. Quote, when I come out of this, I feel that I will be able to perform and be the Bill Cosby that my audience knows me to be. When asked about 2023 might be a touring year, yes, because there's so much fun to be had in the storytelling I do. Years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I found it was better to say it after I write it. He's looking at spring/summer to start touring. That's Cosby's rep, confirmed to Variety. Earlier this month, as Jerv just said, 5 women filed a new sexual assault lawsuit against NBC and Cosby under New York state law to temporarily suspend statute of limitations for older sexual assault claims. Women allege that Cosby either raped or forced them into sexual acts. 4 of the allegations happened from the late 80s to 1990, when the actor was at the height of his fame is the star of The Cosby Show. The fifth allegation involves Sindra Ladd, a former Hollywood exec who accused Cosby of raping her in 1969. Look, ladies and gentlemen, the man's disgusting. He is evil. And I really don't support or condone his actions. But the nigga said he gonna be storytelling. So I gotta hear the story. I don't have to agree with the story. I don't have to believe his side of the story. So listen to it.
I at least gotta hear what the man's talking about.
You're supporting him. Guess what? He's not broke, ladies and gentlemen. Like
no, remember he was gonna buy NBC. Remember,
black people love fucking. That's when
everybody's about to buy NBC,
or is about to buy whatever. Niggas, black people love stories like that, where someone was about to do some shit.
Right.
So more people are snitching on Thug, taking the plea deals. There's two guys. I think there have been two people who have decided to go to trial and not say shit, and everybody else around this man is folding like origami. I feel bad, man. I feel bad for him. And I was talking about this yesterday at the party with my buddy Felton. And there's a couple of things. One is the idea that the people getting plea deals in many cases are people who actually committed murder, shot people, whereas they're getting plea deals to testify against Thug, who, whether or not he ordered, quote unquote, ordered the hit or whatever, he didn't actually kill anybody. It's just weird to me. Like, if we're talking about having a safer society, right? Which is ultimately the whole point of prosecution and conviction and all that stuff. Talking about having a safer society, I feel safer walking the streets if Young Thug is a free man than I do a bunch of known shooters who's walking around as free men. Do I have this wrong? Am I mistaken in feeling that way?
Hey, free the Thugger.
But you see what I'm saying though? Like forget about
I get it.
Like, I'm just saying, like,
but it's also like the mafia bosses, right?
But why are we why are we? I don't know, man. And the big thing for me is how this trial ends up and how this case ends up. This is going to be very high profile for the DA. And is probably going to help them launch the next stage of their political career running for office. How many other DAs around the country from the different states are watching this to see how it turned out and be like, oh, because if you can call a record label an organized crime organization, then there's no shortage of high profile cases that you can do as a DA to prosecute that really isn't the stuff that's like I said, the best interest of public safety, and more about how can I get some shine. It's nuts, man. Like, they're trying to get this nigga life.
Trying to throw the L at the man. And it's crazy.
Live.
Listen,
it's crazy.
He ain't even tripping off them other bulls. But the only person, Gunna. He wanted Gunna to, and Gunna said, fuck it, I'm out. I'm out.
Now,
why would help educate me real quick, just real fast? Why would Gunna, from what everyone has said about the type of individual that Gunna was, right? Like, Trey, Gunna wasn't about that lifestyle.
You weren't here. We watched the video of this nigga Gunna like
that's
15 years ago. Oh, you said
the one. Yeah,
15 years ago, this nigga was like, well, my cousin did shit with that. I'm like, damn. You could not.
Yeah, so like, why would that be the one that hurts you the most, right? Like, you should know that everyone else doing their thing. Like, these dudes
he put so much into him. That was his right hand man. You feel me? Like, I think it's just kind of, if anybody else, he would be the person. And I thought it would be a different type of outcome. Like, oh no, you get out, you perform, let's keep the show going, take it over. That's how I figured it would be, but it's like, nah, bro, you really hurt me because you, out of all people, was supposed to be like, nah, I'm gonna stay in here with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the case. So again, people gonna still listen to his music. People still gonna do what they're gonna do, but this alleged street code, it don't hold weight. And the Tekashi said, you know what I mean? Oh, y'all basically moving goalposts because y'all his friend. You know what I'm saying? But when I did it, it wasn't a big deal. You feel me? So it's interesting to see what's down the line in 2023 for him. You know what I'm saying? Is the rap community going to accept him, or is he going to make a banger and everybody forgets? Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I mean, I don't like
makes a banger.
I don't see. I think Tekashi kind of what helped him was he leaned into it, right? Yeah, he. I don't think Gunna's got that kind of energy of like, yeah, I'm the snitch ass nigga. Like he's not gonna.
But I mean, it's on the internet. He can't. It's not like.
I know, but like, I think he's gonna. I think what he wants to probably gonna try to do is the Rick Ross just kind of like gloss over it. Nah, like Tekashi made that part of his. He's
gonna address it in the music. Good promo though to sell some albums. Because niggas gonna listen out of curiosity. That's the word. I mean, curiosity. Because I'm for sure gonna listen to see what he's talking about. I was listening to Baby Birkin and it didn't hit the same.
But do you think he's gonna even address it? I don't think he's gonna address it, man.
Absolutely.
No, he's not gonna address it. Trey, he's not gonna address it. What's he gonna say? What can he say? Oops.
He gonna try to. He gonna try to stand on his business.
But I thought the consensus was that he did. Wait, I'm confused. When we talked about this before, everyone told me Gunna didn't snitch, right? Like Gunna's not this. Now we're saying Gunna is a snitch. I just want to know, like, because I thought it was snitching.
I didn't say he snitched. I didn't say he snitched. I'm just saying.
Y'all gonna make me go back.
He took a plea deal, man. Like that's not took a plea deal. What?
That's what I thought from jump. I was like, that sounds like snitching to me.
Yeah, Alfred plea.
It's not. Hey, it's not my place to define.
I mean,
other than the YouTube video of him talking to the local news. Actually, it was my man here who did the shit. I'm like, they was both wearing the same red hoodie. I'm like, what? That's snitching. Yeah. I feel confident saying like,
so
you could say it wasn't my cousin. He's on record on camera. Boy, with the full name. His name's Jethro. I'm like, what are you doing, man? But yeah, man. Shit, man. But I don't know. Like with regards to this case, I don't know. I don't know that he stitched or not. I do know that. Like that
all I know is Thug on his ass back in there, and
damn, bro,
he home. So now we'll see what he do with his freedom. Is he gonna rap? Because he tried to give away some toys during Christmas and they canceled the event. So
hell yeah,
he's not rocking with it. So we gonna see.
Hell yeah, brother! You both were just stepping out in the public like that.
He's out on bail,
respectfully.
Oh no, Gunna! You talking about Gunna?
Gunna, yeah, Gunna. Gunna was trying to do some Christmas giveaway in Atlanta.
You can't. No, you can't, bro. You can't. You gotta lay low. You better lay low.
How about this? Just go that way. Go that way. Live your life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to put out, if you want to put out music, it's gotta be all homegrown within the confines of the people that you got around you, my brother.
To the nigga took a plea deal.
I don't understand why niggas don't know this.
To the nigga who took a plea deal still talking that shit. He better lay low.
Yo, it's so crazy.
I've never heard of niggas like taking a plea deal and just coming back to like
to the block
to the block and be like,
because he put out his disclaimer, Jerv. That's why he think he good. I did not.
Oh no, brother. Somebody.
And Boosie not making that shit no better. Boosie ain't making that shit no better.
This nigga Boosie.
Hey, every time a nigga snitch, Boosie over there quote retweet, making a video about it. Oh, this one made me cry. He putting tens on that shit, so he making life hard for them when they come home. He making it so hard because all the people that got yellow eyeballs is listening to Boosie. They ready to
Yo,
fucking try. They ready to go on some trap. Hey, man, we can wrap it on this one, but they ready to try some shit, bro. Boosie Boo still got the voice of the
yeah.
streets.
That's going to do it for us here at BOMM. Remember, patreon.com/count the things. Make sure you are locked in, getting all that extra content, exclusive content for our subscribers. If you didn't want to wait a whole week to get the full episode, if you're a Patreon member, you would have got it immediately the first day. So again, patreon.com/count the things. For Big Jerv, for Black Trey, I'm Amin Hassan, reminding you to stay black, motherfuckers. Merry New Year!